Hi, hello. So this is a little insert I'm putting in my Praxeus review because I saw a tweet and basically I've realised that my review is a little bit frantic and a bit too negative. So if you don't like really negative reviews, don't watch the video past this bit. And I also want to make something clear. So in the video I don't actually focus. Sorry, I'm moving the camera a lot. In the video, I don't actually focus that much on the episode because it was so washed over me. So I focus on things like the Sea Devils not coming back and the show not being serialised. And I go off into a tangent about the entire sort of series. So I'll probably cut those bits out, which is probably works to be quite short. So apologies for that as well. But I want to think clear. I don't dislike the episode because the Sea Devils weren't in it and because it was a standalone episode. I just want to make that clear because in the review I don't make that clear. I don't like it for a lot of reasons I can't explain, but I also just don't like it. Like, it's one of those episodes I watched it and I was like, nah, don't like it. But, again, either it's a long video full of tangents about sea devils and things because I haven't edited it yet, or it's a really short video with not much to say about the episode. Either way, I'm sorry for the video not being great. So I read a tweet that was basically like, if you don't like the episode because the Sea Devils aren't in it because it's a standalone episode, that's silly. And it is a little bit silly. But again, if that's the reason you don't like it, you're entitled to that opinion. But I read it and I was like, oh, I'm kind of guilty of that. Because that's not the reason I dislike it, but I was like, damn, in my review that I filmed a few hours ago, that is all I really talk about. So just this little bit is just to be like, that's not why I dislike the hate. I don't hate the episode. That's not why I dislike the episode. And before we actually get to the review, if I'm really like sort of body language and way I speak not very enthused and there's not a lot of funny editing, it's because I'll go into it a little bit in the video, but this episode has really dampened my excitement for the show because I just dislike it that much. It had such a weird effect on me. So again, apologies. Hopefully, Can You Hear Me will pep my spirits up a bit. So yeah, try and enjoy the review, I guess. Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. So, I'm going to be completely honest, this review will likely be shorter than my other Doctor Who reviews, because the simple fact is, I don't care. I really don't. And I don't know what it was about this episode, but I finished it and I was like, I don't care to review this. I haven't watched any of the reviewers that I usually do. I haven't watched any of the reaction videos because I do not care about this episode. It's like I don't want to know about it. And I don't know why, because it's not a terrible episode. It's just got nothing I like in a Doctor Who. It's got nothing I like in a Doctor Who story. It doesn't have to have monsters in, but there aren't any monsters. A lot of the plot is never actually explicitly told to you, not even inferred. Like, you just have to like figure it out on your own. Like, and there are also lots of things that are never explained. It's for the first time. I think for all of Jodie's era, I thought the episode looked quite cheap, to be honest. In a few areas, I thought the CGI wasn't as good as it usually is, and the set for that spaceship looked more wobbly and sort of less immersive than it usually does, compared to Saranga, which is by no means a good episode. Like, and what other episodes are there? Even like Battle of Ranskor Kolos, at least I was immersed in the story. This one, I don't know, it just didn't feel real. I don't know. And I'm gonna get this out the way now. Now, this isn't technically the writer's fault, because us expecting Sea Devils, that's our expectation. They never in the trailer said Sea Devils, and we can't really go, oh, there was a rumour there was Sea Devils, because there's a rumour that there's going to be Sea Devils every single year, so, can't really use that as our defence. But I think this is by far the best episode that could have featured the Sea Devils, and I tweeted this out. I find it hard to believe that no one watching this episode was like, maybe we should see if we can find a way for it to not be leading up, like, it felt like it was leading up to the Sea Devils reveal. like to the netting in that Praxeus cave underwater. I was just like, oh. And then as soon as they revealed the mask and it was like a human face with all the Praxeus infection on it, I was like, oh no, it's not. And it's just disappointing. And it's kind of like, considering we didn't get the Sea Devils now, I think if we do get the Sea Devils, I'm going to go, it's probably not going to be as good a story as this one, just I think based on previous Silurian Sea Devil stories. And also, I think based on this episode, I don't know if we're ever going to get the Sea Devils. I think we might have to face facts that we're never going to get them. I don't know, it feels like all hope is lost with the Sea Devils. Again, this is a bit of a rant, and it isn't technically reflective of the episode because it's not the episode's fault necessarily. But I just thought that's probably one of the reasons this episode like killed the dream of the Sea Devils coming back for me. So I'm always going to look at this episode with like bad memories. Maybe I'll get over that. Maybe in like a couple of weeks I'll look back at this episode and go, you know what, it's not as bad as I thought. But I'll get into other reasons why I didn't like it. Okay, didn't like it. Is that a stronger word? I liked this about as much as I liked Orphan 55. And I think that's an unpopular opinion. I think most people liked it much better than Orphan 55, or at least a little bit better, but I think it's probably on par with Orphan 55. So I'll first of all get into a few plot holes I noticed. Where on earth did they get Adam, the astronaut, from? How do they take him? Do they use teleport? We don't know. Like, the aliens, the unnamed aliens, by the way, the unnamed aliens' abilities are unclear, so it's not sure how they just swiped him. Not sure how he got a phone to contact his husband, and it doesn't seem like it was a plan on part of the aliens. I don't think so, anyway. It could have been, but like I don't see why they would want. I don't get it, and why him? Why him? And then they also did it with that submarine crew. Again, it's not really clear, but I guess they attacked the submarine and took the humans for experimentation. I don't know. It's not clear why they even attacked the submarine. And if they just infected a submarine full of people with Praxeus, well, what's that going to achieve? Like, and why were you going for high profile? Why wouldn't you go with people known as? Why are you going for like astronauts and submarine crews? Why are you going for these people that are going to be noticed when they go missing? Are they stupid? Suki Chang, if that's even her real name, you know, I don't know. I will say, from what I can remember, I feel like this is probably the only time I can think of in the modern series, correct me if I'm wrong, where in modern Doctor Who they have an alien race in the present day that just look like humans. Like, they're not using perception filters, they're not a shapeshifter, they haven't got any like hologram, that they just look like humans. I don't think that's ever happened in like a present day story, like set on present day Earth. So that's interesting. What else is there to talk about? The Doctor, oh no. So, the Doctor went slip and sliding back to Series 11 because I felt like we lost all depth that Series 12 was giving her. Like, she just forgot about it and she became, again, it's like, now watching Series 12, I'm having less appreciation for Series 11. But even Series 11 knew when to give the Doctor serious moments. This episode, sorry I keep putting my hair back, it's not a bang. This episode, she had, no agency. I hated when she was trying to save the drowning man and kept making jokes. I'm like, this isn't funny. This man is like washed up. Can you like pay attention to him, please? Or perhaps make the jokes funnier. I don't know. She just seemed off, and I don't know why, because Chris Chibnall co-wrote the episode. Okay, I don't like the negative things about Chris Chibnall, because I think it's a bandwagon that lots of people jump on for views and clicks. But you better stop co-writing episodes, because it's not going out well. He listened to like most things we complained about for Series 11, but he obviously didn't hear the note that we don't want him writing so many episodes, because that was the main thing. Like, the first half of Series 11 is all written by Chibnall, because Rose was co-written by him. And I think most people enjoy the second half better. And Because why? Because he wasn't writing every episode. But now we have had 2 episodes, and assuming that episode 8 isn't written by him, because the finale is definitely written by him, assuming episode 8 isn't written by him, which I think it will, that'll mean only 3 of the 10 episodes won't have been written by Chibnall. That's an even worse percentage than last time. Like, and again, I don't like to be negative, but it isn't working out. This is one of the reasons I think Stephen Moffat started to get at the end of his tenure. You start to see co-written by Stephen Moffat. I'm like, oh God, no. Please don't. Like, Russell T Davies wrote most of the first season. But that worked out. I don't know, it's just like this episode has just completely dampened my excitement for the rest of the season. Because he had no reason to co-write this, because it has absolutely no connection to the overall narrative. It's the first episode of the season to completely just veto it. It's gone. Who cares? Now I don't know if the next episode's going to have any relation to it, because he's co-writing it, but that obviously means nothing. And now I'm kind of banking my hope on the final 3 episodes. I mean, by the way, the finale's been confirmed to be a 2-parter, which is nice, because I think 2-part finales are almost always better than 1-part finales. I really hope. I'm really annoyed because I'm having to edit this really negative video, and it's been a lot more serious than it usually is. But I think if we're going to do reviews, I think you should speak your opinion, and I think if I'm unhappy with how the series is going, I'm going to say that I'm unhappy. I'm not going to damn the show. I'll go, it's cancelled, it's going to die, I hope it dies, because what kind of fan are you if you hope the show dies? Like, I'm 10 minutes in, I've already got across everything I wanted to. Like, I can go into detail. I've done the Doctor. Companions. Why am I still saying that the companions don't interest me? Ryan has lost anything that I liked him for in Series 11. Yaz is starting to get a bit of personality. This probably was one of Yaz's better episodes. And Graham, actually, I think, for the first time this season, was more like Series 11 Graham, which I preferred to Series 12 Graham. And I feel like this whole episode kind of it went back to Series 11 in loads of aspects. Like, this episode feels like a Series 11 episode. My friend Dan has like 5 of the 6 episodes so far. He thinks should have been in Series 11, which is, I think, just code word for he thinks Series 12 should have been the first season. But I'm like, oh, whatever. You know, I think this would have been would it have been a better first season? I don't know. But this is the first episode. I'm like, yeah, the Praxeus should have been in Series 11. I don't think it has a place in Series 12. Wow, the editing's been so messy. It's been so weird. The companions again. I'll go back to them, I guess. I don't know. I just don't care. I really don't care. I have absolutely no. This is my review of Praxeus. Just a big. Oh jeez, that is an aggressive shoulder shrug. Oh, I don't know. Like, I just want to get. I'm filming another review after this one. I'm literally just trying to get through this one, film the second one, because I don't want to film this one. I'm bored. So I don't know. The birds. Doctor Who does the birds. They were interesting, I guess. Oh my god, that guy whose name I can't even remember because he wasn't that important. He got killed by the birds, and no character even mentions it. They don't care. They don't check on him. They don't mention what happened to that guy. It's so weird, so weird. Which brings me, oh my god, will you stop with these huge casts? You can have a huge cast, but why on earth do you think that every time we have like a cast bigger than 5 people, you have to bring every single person on board the TARDIS? What is going on? I think the reason I'm so aggressive is because up to episode 5, the first 5 episodes, even with 155, I was like, this is gearing up for a great season. And Praxeus, in one fell swoop, has just dashed my hopes for this season being anything better than fine. Because I've lost. Again, writers can have off days. But considering the patterns that are now emerging from this series, I'm like, I don't trust. I don't trust the season to be good anymore. I'm no longer taking that as a granted. I'm no longer being hopeful. I'm just going to hope that the series isn't bad, basically. I cannot explain why I've had such a strong reaction to this story. I cannot tell you. And it's not just the Sea Devil thing. It isn't just the Sea Devil thing. I thought it was, but it isn't. Because this episode just, at its core, I don't know. It's ill explained. I don't think the episode is well written. And I hate to say it, because usually but I don't think the episode is well written. There's a couple standout scenes, but for the most part, I think the writing's quite clunky. I don't really enjoy it as an episode. I thought the globe trotting was unnecessary. Josh Snares? But Josh on Twitter, I think I'll put up like a picture of his profile. Like, he encapsulated it. Like, next episode, it's the same. Like, in 3 different locations. Oh my god, can you stop? Can you just stop? Like, we don't need every episode to be this continent roaming epic, okay? We don't need it. In fact, this wasn't really much of a thing. You don't... Oh god, why am I so angry? Why am I so angry? There's birds outside. It's Praxeus. How the infection looked was cool. I thought Suki... Again, no species, but Suki's species, like with the sort of hazmat suits, looked kind of cool. I thought the underground Praxeus cave looked pretty good. It looked cool enough. I don't really know. I don't really know what else. I thought the actors gave it their all. All gay representation, a positive. The gay couple were gay, but them being gay wasn't made a thing, and they both lived, and there was a kiss. There wasn't an I love you, but there was a kiss. I find it interesting how someone who like is afraid of commitment, like didn't like commitment, got married. That's weird. You know what's weirder? The fact that Gabriella, like, oh, your friend died 5 hours ago. Oh, let me literally replace her. And I liked her. I saw, it was probably Doctor Who production news, which in my opinion of I'm not going to get into right now. But they were like, could she be the new companion? Because obviously it was a slow news day. First of all, the hints towards that were none. So, I don't understand why anyone would believe that, because there was actually no reason to think this character more than any other character would be a companion. Oh, she's in the TARDIS. So was Nikola Tesla and Thomas Edison and Lynn and the other guy from Resolution. Are they companions? No, they're not companions. They're not companions. And based on this episode, I know she's like, visit us any time. I don't want to visit you. I don't want to see you again. Because I don't want to be reminded of Praxeus. And I hope that I do not think, of all the characters, I do not want her to come back as a Donna. I'd have Lynn from Resolution, have her come back and be a companion. Love her. Charlotte Ritchie, I think. The actress. Love her. Not Gabriella. I don't care. Or even the gay couple, even Adam and Jake. I don't... And it's annoying how at the end there was like, oh, again, the come to Senator. I feel like Chip was going, I'm going to plant that seed in case people like this episode, then I can bring them back. Don't. Like, if I see, like, a report for Series 13, like, the trio's coming back, I'll literally be like, great, I know an episode that I'm not going to look forward to. I'd rather have had Sai and Sabra back from, Time Heist. Suki Cheng was a serviceable enough villain, I guess, but, like, she wasn't around for very long. You guys don't understand how hard it has to get this review to this length. Like, I've literally, there's so much footage of me just being like, saying nothing, and there's been a load of things I cut out because I'm just repeating myself. Because, you know what, I'm going to rate this episode. What am I going to rate it? I gave All 55 a 6.5. I'm going to give this episode 5.5. Like, 5.5 is really low for me. Like, for an episode to get that, they have to really, like, disappoint me. Like, 6 is kind of my average. 6 I give to the mediocre of mediocre. But Praxeus isn't even mediocre. I just don't like it. So it's 5.5. And I guess I'm going to try and be positive about Can You Hear Me? I'm going to try and look forward to it. I saw, this isn't a spoiler because a lot of us were thinking that that guy was going to be the Black Guardian. I mean, he could still be the Black Guardian, the bald guy, a scarier version of the Nightmare Man from the JoJo Adventures. But he has that weird symbol on his head, and he seems to be more about dreams, so I don't know if it is going to be the Black Guardian. I don't know. I'm excited for next episode because one, it's like 1380 Syria, which is like a time period and a location that I don't think Doctor Who's ever done before. Especially not modern Doctor Who, maybe classic Doctor Who, but I don't think 1380 Syria, anywhere like that, is somewhere we've properly visited before, apart from maybe in the first Doctor era. I can't think of an episode that comes to mind, but he might have gone somewhere around there. But it could be good. It looks decent, but I will say it does just look like Doctor Who does the Nightmare Man. But yeah, thanks for watching this review. I'm sorry that I was so negative today, but I'm just being honest about my feelings, and I really didn't like this episode. Can't entirely explain why, it just didn't do my thing. And I'm now hoping my biggest hope for Series 13 is that Chris Chibnall doesn't, co-write every other episode. So, sorry, Chris Chibnall, for the first time ever, I've had to really go in on you. But just because I don't want to jump on the hate bandwagon doesn't mean I'm going to not criticise you for things I don't like that you're doing. And if you're going to try and have complete control over every episode when you don't need to, then make it serialised like you should do and like your strength is. But you're not going to by the looks of it, so I'm just going to give up hope on that. Enough negativity. I will see you guys next week in a hopefully more positive Doctor Who review. Thank you for watching, and I will see you...